Hey guys, welcome back in. Going to continue some more No Man's Sky. Now, I did manage to get on this morning and set up my nitrogen. Um, Hopefully, I have my silos are full. If they're not, they should be pretty close. So I figure set up that base on the lush planet. I haven't started building the base yet. I have like all the hotspots done and stuff. I just need to build a structure and lay out the base. Um, I want to take a quick peek, see if I can get a freighter to spawn in for me, and we'll head down. See some freighters out here somewhere. No, there's one right there. That's not the type I'm looking for, I don't think. Not that one. See that one over here. Oh, wrong one too. Alright, so we're just gonna head back in then. Yeah, I realized last night I never sent out any frigate missions either, but I'm not worried about doing those. I did manage to pick up quite a few frigates though the past few days. Nothing too exciting. I did get one S class, but nothing special. So what I'm hoping is when I get to my base, hopefully I have all my nitrogen mined. It's going to be kind of close. Might have to wait like a half hour or so. I can't remember when exactly I logged on this morning, so here we go, mixing base. And I never checked on my other two bases for this. I meant to take a look at them, make sure they were set up all right, but I didn't bother. So hopefully we get no surprises, because I would like to be able to put all the devices together tonight on this stream, just to show you guys how it all works. And I got lucky with my lush base. I was able to find an electric hotspot. I don't really need it at this one, but it will definitely help with the piece count. So get the spawn in here. And I did decide I'm going to end up building up on top of this hill. Mainly, there are diplos here, and they tend to like wander through your base while you're in it. So I was going to originally plant down here somewhere, but I didn't want them like roaming through and bumping into me when I'm trying to, use my refiners and stuff. I know this ship is going to be in the way though, so I'll end up moving that. I want to check. Oh, my silo's up here. I put down temporary silos, so where's my nitrogen? Oh, okay. So I will. Oh man, I still got like 2 hours on this. Okay, well we'll put the base together. I might be able to manufacture some nitrogen. I think I can do that with radon. Make sure these are all working. So I'm doing 2 different runs of oxygen here, because I'm going to have 4 refiners here, 2 for carbon and 2 for cobalt. There's a couple things I wanted to do first. I need to move my ship out of the way, because I know I'm going to end up with a building error if I don't. So get that thing down here. Yeah, I had a feeling my nitrogen wasn't going to be fast enough for this. Because, yeah, it's only been like 6 hours, 7 hours since I logged off. This is a little trick I try to do too. I just stick a battery down here just so I can keep a track of, you know, what's going on with my power. Um, and also it gives you a place. You know how sometimes it's really hard to connect wires together when they're just laying on the ground? That's why I stick a battery in here. That way I can just connect right to the battery. You know, I don't have to worry about the connectors like not attaching for me. And typically I'll end up putting it like right under the center of my base too, so I can, you know, get easy access to power. All right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to, because my nitrogen isn't powered right now. Well, it's powered, but it's with solar panels. It's the first thing I set up. So what I'm looking for right now are my silos. And typically I put them like 100 units away, but this one had a hole. There was a hole right here, so I'm just going to connect right, you know, put my wire right down there and just run it right over without getting myself killed. Yeah, there's hazardous plants everywhere on this planet. Looking for my nitrogen. So this way. Looking for my little marker. Paraffinium. Okay, there's nitrogen. I'm just gonna try to keep this wire out of sight a little bit. It's hard though on this planet. There's a lot of elevation shifts. But yeah, I'm gonna just try to follow my pipe or, you know, my center wall, which is like a guidance type of thing. Yeah, everything else has power. I had to log off before I get to run power to this. Alright, it's going to be too long, so stretch it as far as I can, continue my wire. What I'll do is I'll just hook up my power and delete my solar panels and batteries when I get over here. Should have to put down a new wire here shortly. You can only go 200 units, wire and pipe. So yeah, I'm gonna need a new wire, so I'm actually gonna go to a lower section here. Try to hide this a little bit. I'm gonna end up putting down a wire hider anyway, probably, but try to have it not stick out too much. Alright. I'll just hook right into there. And I have 4 extractors here. So what I have is I'm going to have 4 batteries that I'm deleting. And 8 solar panels. And I'm going to delete this wire that's there too. Let's get rid of that wall. Alright, so that should be good to go. I'll get back over here and figure out what I want for a structure. I think I'm just going to go with a round building. Probably a small, like 16-sided circle would probably be fine. I don't need anything massive. I just have to find my base. Okay, that's paraffinium over there, base is over here. See, and the good thing is I have all this land open up now, so I could, you know, throw down like another structure down here with something else in it if I wanted to. I don't think I'm gonna bother, but you know, you can once you expand your boundaries out pretty far, you can do a lot of different things with a large piece of land. I think what I am gonna do though is I'm gonna look for gonna see if I have some radon somewhere. I don't want to go back to my base. I think container 1 had miscellaneous stuff in it. So I'm just gonna tie in. I think container 1 had all that miscellaneous gases and yep, okay. Okay, so I do have some radon, so I'm gonna take, I'm just gonna take, you know, like 2,000 radon will work. I'm gonna do, actually I'm gonna have to build a medium refiner anyway, so see if I have material for that. I'm gonna have to get more, probably dihydrogen jelly. Let me put down another container. Should have some jelly in here. Yep. Actually, let me just take all of that. So hopefully I can build, it should tell me I can build 3 of them now. Okay. I'm gonna actually build 4 of them, but we'll get to that later. I'm gonna temporarily just put down a refiner here. Alright, so I'm gonna take that radon and make some nitrogen out of it. So, like if I go like this, it's 3-to-1 right now, which I don't want. But if I add my good old friend here, oxygen, it gives me a 1-to-1 ratio. So it'll take 12 minutes, a lot better than waiting 2 hours. So, alright, give this a quick save. I should have no trouble. Let me just check my power real quick. Yeah, I've got plenty of power, so I'm just gonna go and bury this. And move this over here. Alright, what I'm trying to figure out now is where do I want my base to actually be? I think it's going to be pretty much right where my computer already is. Like, I don't have to worry about biodomes or anything. I just have to worry about the size of the base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to put it pretty much right where this rock is, actually. Probably be fine. I am going to be up a little bit, probably up about that high. 1, 2. Because I want to make sure I don't, like, cut into any of the landscape. So I think I should be good right about where I am. Try to get it somewhat centered. That will work. Just move this thing out of the way too. Okay. I like to use those cuboid things. Yeah, these cuboid frames for my base. So I'm just going to glitch in one of those. And I should have probably gone one lower, or one higher. Yeah, well, like that should work. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my power to the center of this, just so it's out of the way for later. Just connect right to my battery. That way I have power right in the middle of my floor already. I don't have to worry about it. And I think I will go with an alloy floors. So I'm just going to put that there for now. Alright, and I'll build myself a circle. See if I can remember how to do this. Alright. Where is overhead door? Right there. Actually, I'm gonna pull that power out of there because I don't want that wire to confuse me. Yeah, I'll probably be missing a bunch of glitches doing this too because it's been a while. So. There we go. 9 times a charm. We'll get that in. Why did that place? Yeah, I think a 16-sided base will be more than enough here, so no sense of going massive. Just have a bunch of dead space in it, so. Oh. I'm gonna do that. Well, I got a new controller for Christmas, so it's stiff as heck. That's my excuse anyway. We'll just get our floors put in. I'll worry about the layout. Okay, those do line up pretty well. Sometimes there's a little gap in the floors, depending on what size circle you make. I don't do a lot of 16s, so I think I do mainly 32s and 64s. So I only really need room for some silos, some refiners, you know, a teleporter, and some those carbon racks. So not like I need a lot of room. Okay, just rip some of these floors out of the middle. Actually, I'm not going to need that wire anymore. Let me just pull my power back down here. Alright. And this is going to be my front door here. So what I'd like to do, just so I don't lose track of where I am, what I do is I'll put down a lantern or something just to mark my door, and then figure out where I want to put my stuff. But I've got oxygen over that way. Actually, no, that should be nitrogen. Yeah, that's nitrogen over there. Okay. I'm gonna also need 4 refiners. Okay, so that would be nitrogen. What I'll do is I'll just put down one of these. Put nitrogen there. Gonna have my paraffinium on the other side of my door, so do that. And then just a couple oxygens in the back. Those I probably should isolate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a teleporter here. I'll just do that in white. Right, then I'll go refiner, 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 and 2 oxygens. All right. In the center, I'm going to have my carbon planters. I don't need a lot of those, but I might put in more than I actually need. Okay. Actually, I'm going to stretch this over. That way it's not right up against the door. Same thing here. Still need one there. Oh, I'm sitting there going, that doesn't look right. Move that over. Move that over. See, this is why I kind of lay this stuff out beforehand, so I can actually look at it overhead and say, yeah, something ain't right here. I've got 2 empty. I've got 2 empty. All right. So that should be good. And move this over. I'm actually just going to pull these out. Get my silos in place before I do anything. What I do like to do is I like to sink them into the floor though a little bit. I'm just gonna drop these down. Mainly because I hate seeing the legs. It doesn't look good. And we can't adjacency glitch anymore, so you have to use universal adjacency. So you're gonna put a small floor in there, and drop this down and do a adjacency glitch, and do that for all of them now. I don't know why they took that away. It doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is. And drop down this one. Actually put it on, yeah, inside. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull these plate cubes in, so I Don't accidentally bury them inside of a silo. Yeah, actually, do I have any cryptophosphate on me? Can I make some of these? Okay. I think there's some of that in here. Does that work? Yep, alright. Yeah, I like to use these for indirect lighting. What's going to happen is my silo is going to be sunk down a little bit, but I'm going to put candelabras inside of them. Oh, I haven't even seen some of these. What's this thing look like? Oh, it's got movement. Ah. Yeah, this whole... I'm building stuff I haven't even seen. I haven't seen any of these. Big pine cone. Does it do anything? Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mess around with some of these new parts, because I can make some pretty cool looking things out of them. Alright, let's not get distracted. Alright, so I'm just gonna go with the white. If you go with the yellow and white, typically you get a whiter light. So that's what I typically go with. So what I'm gonna do is put that in my cache. Just put one in each of those locations, if I can glitch it. I'd rather do it ahead of time than trying to do it after. It just helps to add a little bit more light inside of the building, especially at nighttime. It's one of my little tricks I like to use. People don't even notice it. So, all right. Actually, I didn't even have to add in that other floor, did I? I could have just put that centered. Oh well. Alright, so we're gonna have an oxygen here. Oh. Let me see if I can get these things to color correctly. I want to use a light floor. Take a light floor. Alright, copy that. Oh, actually no, I wanted to do that. I did that backwards. I want to color the light floor first. Alright, take that light floor, make it red. Alright, copy the silo. Use my light floor. Switch that in. Yeah, see that candelabra's inside now. So at nighttime you'll see it a lot better. We're gonna have one there and one over here. Somehow knew that wasn't gonna work. Yeah, I use the universal adjacency glitch a lot, so it very useful glitch. Alright, so that one. And we'll go change this to green. Copy that. Wow. My timing is off really bad. I don't know, it might be 2 hours before I can get this silo put in. There we go. Start green, change this to purple. Alright. Those are all done. Just delete these short walls before I forget about them. And replace my floors. Yeah, you'll be able to start seeing the light a little bit better now as it's dark out. That way, at least if you come here at nighttime, you can actually see, see a little bit better. See if I can get, alright, snap that floor in. Because a lot of times you have like 4 floors in the middle, when you make a circle, so I like to make sure to do that to count, lessen my piece count a little bit. Just check this, make sure. Okay, good. I think I heard a ship land. Maybe I didn't. Oh, yep, there's a ship down there. See if I can talk about empty. Oh, so this is the system exotic. And this is actually the type I'm looking for. Typically I drive one that's yellow, but this one will work. And supercharged slots, I'm hoping for this one, either this one or this one. Let's just go ahead and buy that. Nice. Good. Oh, I should have bought some friggin' modules off him. Oh well. I probably won't need them anyway. I can always go to a pirate station and get them. Oh, I want to switch to my other ship though. Yeah, I wish there was an option to just switch your ship right after you buy one. I wish they didn't put you right in it by default. So what I'll do is I'll leave those silos alone for now until I go and harvest everything, and then what I'll do is I'll delete that one, these extra ones, and just hook straight into the ones up here. Oh, and I have those small panels under here still. Get rid of those. Alright. I'll back down here. Okay, so I'm gonna have some silos, or some refiners rather. I don't know how I want to do this. Because they're only going to be mediums, so what I'll use, I'm going to use the wood because it's easier for me to figure out which direction these are going to glitch back in on. And take that, take that. Oh, I'm going to copy that. I don't have to copy this every time, it's just out of habit now. let me just double check this before I get carried away. I'm bringing it in a little bit so that it doesn't smash through the wall. So. Yeah, that should be enough room. Okay. That's going to be one of them. I'm going to end up with 4 of these. I'll just come back for that one after. Alright, so you just get these out of the way because I know what they are. Yeah, you used to be able to just do an adjacency glitch and wouldn't have to mess around with all this other stuff. Okay, so we're gonna have one there, one there. Man, I cannot get my timing down. It's always the easiest glitches that are the hardest ones to hit. If you don't think about it, stuff glitches in fine. Alright, so... because you can only have 3 of these in a close area, but I'm going to glitch 4 of them in. It's the only way you can do it. What I'm looking at on top of this short wall, there's a thick side and a thin side. Typically, the thick side is what you want most of the time, headed, facing towards you. But because your refiners, when you go to build them, they show up backwards, so you always have to rotate them. So you want to do that to the with the short wall when you go to glitch it in. So you want the short, the thinner side to be facing towards you, so that it glitches in the correct way. Alright, and now you see I can only build 4 of them, or I can only build 3, but the game's telling me I have enough material to build 4, another one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glitch it in like I normally would. That way I'm not, using up free parts or anything like that, because I'm doing everything legit on this. So. Alright, so we got those put in, and I'm going to end up doing the same thing on this short range teleport, or the base teleporter, the same type of glitch thing, because that also glitches in backwards. So, gonna want, actually that I'm probably gonna, I'm not sure actually. I don't think it will pierce through the wall. Okay. Yeah, like your base teleporter. See that one, that comes in the right way. So with this one, I want to have the thicker side of the wood facing me. I think it might actually be too big to fit in that location. Yeah, it's gonna stick through the wall, so I just wasted time doing that part. Okay, yeah, they make some of this stuff way too big. So, whoops, wrong thing. Alright. And I hate that I get everything lined up and then I miss the glitch. I mean, I could just place it down, but I'd like to do everything the hard way, I guess. I don't like how much that sticks out, though. Let's see if we can do something with a paver. Where are pavers? That was 4. Try. I'm trying to push it just a little bit further out. That's going to be way too far in. Try the opposite way. It's going to be right there. You used to have an easy way to do this, and they changed it on us. Okay, so that's what I'm going to want. That one right there. You see, I'm just nudging it a little bit away from that last location. I missed the glitch. There we go. That way it's not going through the wall and it's not sticking way too far out. So get rid of all that. It just took like 5 steps to do something that used to take 2. Get rid of all these light blocks too. Alright. Now our walls. Actually, I don't think I have enough silicate stuff for this. I thought about using stone walls. I do like using arches. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come up to I don't know if I want to use all my silicate powder. I got 7,000. Trying to think about what I want to do. Oh, we got a rainbow. Got a rainbow, got rings. That's just stuff. Alright. I don't think I'm going to do anything fancy for a roof or anything here. You know what, I think I will just go with alloy. I have plenty of it, so... I don't really want the roof to be all the way up, though. Oh, let's see. I don't think it'll be that bad. Yeah, just go right around. It might still be stormy in here. I'm doing this mainly so I don't have to put a bunch of lighting in here. Want to box that off, leave my wall, not my walls, my door. Okay, so it is gonna probably get stormy in here, so I am gonna drop this down. Because once you get to like 2 levels high on your wall, you start to get weather effects in here. So to combat that, I'm gonna drop down this top wall by a short wall. I'm just gonna go all the way around though. If I wanted to make this fancy, I could put like windows in and the arches, but I don't want to do a bunch of glitch building tonight. So let's get this one lined up too. Alright, so I'm gonna just take out this top on all of these. That way I'm doing this now because I know there's going to be weather effects in here, and I don't want to have to deal with them later on, so do it ahead of time. So just get another short wall put in. Alright, and now we'll just, end up dropping this wall down so that it merges into the other one. That way there shouldn't be any issue with weather effects. It's a lot easier to do it now than it is later on. Later on you got a roof that's in the way, then you have to move your roof. So, do it now and get it over with. I just want to make sure to leave this one here for now. I am going to do something with my door. Put that out like that. I probably will drop down my my landing pad. So just get that started up. Put 2 of those like that. Drop these in. I am going to do something with my door, though. Figure out which one I want. Go with this one. Go with the middle one. Alright. Just stick that right there for now. Overhead door. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to pull a wire up there. Pull another one out here somewhere. That way it's easy to get to later on. Get rid of that and that. Leave that where it is. Alright. Now I want to see which way this door glitches in. Okay, so the window is going to be on the right hand side. What I want to actually do is just pick it up. Rotate it so that it's on the left hand side now. Then I'm going to put my other arch in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick that door up, or copy that door, and glitch it back on that wire. That way I have a unique looking door. So just a quick way on how to do that. But before you do that, whenever you're stacking things up and flipping things around and stuff, you want to make sure you get your roof put on first. Luckily, I'm not doing any flipping here, so I don't have to worry about it. But, yeah, it's just one of those things that can screw you up later on if you do, you know, if you wait too long to do it. Alright. So now I'll get like a little fancy animation when I go through this. Yeah, opens up a little funky. And actually, can I put in these? Yeah, it's not gonna let me. I didn't think it would. Because people actually can just walk right out there. Yeah, that's actually like too much work. Trying to think of an easy way to do that. I'll probably do it with pavers. Actually, can I do anything with this thing? Well, if you walk out of the building, you kind of earn it. You kind of deserve it, so. Alright, do a quick save. Actually, let me refill protection too. Life support. Take a peek how full this is. Okay, I've got, okay, I still got an hour on that, so. Let's see if I can figure out my landing pad real quick. that over there. Alright, so I'm just going to put down a temporary door. Hopefully I have stuff to build that. Landing pad. I'm going to need 2 microprocessors. Make sure I put this in the right spot. I weren't sure how close. Yeah, it's still going to be kind of far away. Do that. Let's see if I can put a... I haven't tried this in a while. I don't know if you can still put cuboid stuff. Okay, there we go. Get rid of that. Now I should be able to bring that right back in. They don't let you snap to them anymore. You gotta be kidding me. Yep, you can't snap to these now. Alright. Well, I'm just trying to avoid using an extra floor, so let's just forget about it. Let's toss this in. Yeah, I was trying to avoid using this extra... Oh, I'm still going to end up using... Yeah, I won't have to. It'll dig in enough. Alright. Yeah, I don't like having my... I like having a little bit of room for my ship. I just don't want it too close to the building sometimes. So... bring it out a little. That actually is out pretty freaking far. Let's mess around with this. Bring that in. Actually, I didn't have to put that down. That'll work. Yep. Actually, that's kind of what I was looking for to begin with. That'll work out fine. And try to box this thing in so it looks a little less floaty. Try not to use a bunch of extra parts, but gotta make it look a little bit realistic. Just go and do that. I didn't want to snap in there because of those. Yeah, because I have that double door. Yeah, it doesn't want me to put that because I did that door stack thing. It doesn't want to let me put my wall in there, so I'm gonna have to do a little workaround for that. Take one of these. Copy your door, put it in your cache, copy that, and adjacency glitch it in, or universal adjacency it in. That's how you work around that. Alright. Quick save. I'm actually gonna hang out down here for a second. Go grab myself a water because my throat is dry as heck already. I will be back in. Okay, I'll just grab myself a water and get back to this. And there's already a good amount of light in here for nighttime, but I am gonna put some more in here. I just want to look at my roof options real quick. I'm not sure which one to go with. A couple of different roofs to look at. Okay, so this one's got a light in it already. That might be enough light, actually. Try something real quick. Bring this over. Up. I like using these cuboid floors for lighting because they don't take electricity. Of course, you can't see it right now, but I just put it in my cache. See if I can move this over. Actually, I have to go back and select it again, I think. Alright, so it's in my cache. Pop that down. Now, what happens when I move this on top? I don't know if it's going to bury it or... Nope, it sits right in there. Actually, it's... I ended up glitching on the wrong side. No, I didn't. I just have to drop that down. Yeah, that might bury it. Nope, it doesn't. It fits in there like almost perfect. So of course it disappears after. Trying to think how I would do this now. Let's this one. Stick this over here, out of the way somewhere. See, I'm trying to do this before I hook up my silos or anything because I don't want to risk losing anything that's in them. Oh, that snap on the top. There we go. I just want to make sure I have this lined up before I run around the whole outside and not have things in the right spot. I'm going to put that in my cache. Just copy that. See, once I get one in place, all the other ones just kind of line right up. Come on. Let me use a floor, maybe that would be easier. The good thing about these is they don't take any power. There we go. Delete that. Put that in. There we go. So I'll do that all the way around the outside. Now I'm stuck with the same dilemma. I have to get one more of these in place. Once you get one in place, you don't have to go into your menu every time. Oh, let's just stick it out there. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, it's almost like if you think about doing the glitch, you end up screwing it up. Oh, and I screwed it up anyway because I need to put in my short wall first. So get those put in. Wow, does not like to snap. There we go. Yeah, they don't use any power, and they actually put out a good amount of light. So I use them all the time for this. Go and do that. That might have just deleted that. Nope. Actually, can I select that from down here? Nope. There we go. Yeah, here we go again. At least I can just copy it now and I don't have to go into my menu each time. I just want to make sure I'm doing the glitch on this top point, not the lower one. Yeah, because these almost have like a different timing on them when you glitch them in. Almost like a slight difference. I always have trouble with these. It's like a millisecond shorter or longer. But there is a problem with these light floors when it comes to the carbon planters. It breaks the electricity in them for some reason. It's been an issue since Frontiers, I think. So you don't want to put these things within, I think it's 2 wall heights of a carbon planter. Yeah, you'll come back to your base and they just won't have power. Alright, so those are all in. I'll carefully remove these. I want to make sure I'm selecting the short wall when I do this. I said I wasn't going to do anything fancy, but here I am doing, not really fancy, but not exactly normal. Just go and line all these in. You want to make sure you snap these in right too, because if you don't, you're gonna have to re-glitch in that floor tile. Well, it's a cuboid floor. It just happens to have a light on it. Alright. As you see, that gives you a good amount of light without using electricity. When you do a save, that way that's all set. I don't have to do that again, in case I screw something up. Alright, and something I do want to check. So you just move a couple floors out here. What I want to see is the orientation these glitch in at. Okay, so they are straight on. So I can build 66 of these. I'm not going to need anywhere close to that. I'm just going to put this thing down. I'm going to copy that. I just want to make sure these glitch in the way I think they do. Okay, so they do. They line up with the connector, though. Alright. I don't think that'll be too big of an issue. Alright. What we're going to do is use my trusty timber wall, short wall. Got a copy of that. Actually, just make a copy and bring it over because I know I'm going to need it. Alright. Grab that. Oh yeah, I have a regular square floor. Okay. So I want to kind of keep this middle section open, so I'm just going to go over one. I'm going to have to flip that around. What I want to do is flip that short wall so that the block is facing the right way. We got one block there. Man, my timing is so off. Try this again. Alright, those two. Man, I don't know if I want more. Those are going to be too close together. Do this again. Go over 2 this time. I want it so that you can walk in and go straight to the teleporter if you want to. Without walking around everything. Alright. I think that will give me enough room. And put the other ones right on the side. I don't think they'll crash together. If they do, there's going to be more than enough carbon, so think that will work. Let me just do a quick little test here. Yeah, that'll be fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go copy this. Actually, I want to give these a custom color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a triangle, or any of the adornments will work. Because I'm going to want to make my planters a certain color. I always go with this and the wood. So I'm just going to go ahead and just put that down because I'll need it later. Alright. I'm going to grab my light block. Okay. You know, typical white light block. So I'm going to go in and just give it the same texture and color. Go back to my light block. I'm just going to stick that one over there so I have a backup. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a light block underneath all these other light blocks. Then I'd always go down and just make sure I got them all. Alright. Alright, and then just go ahead and delete these 4. What I'm going to do is adjacency glitch right on top of those ones that I just stuck in the floor. So I'll just grab that, make a copy, grab my light block. What I'm going to do is I'm only going to put I'm going to do 3 on each of these. So the first one, you just want to make sure you're on the top block when you do that. I missed that one, so all I do is go down, delete it, make a copy. There's my third. Yeah, you'll know if something's off because it sticks right out to you. Alright. See, that one I missed because it left a block behind. Alright. Put that in the cache. Something's weird there, so it means I missed it. Alright. And the last 3. I couldn't get all 3 of them in there, could I? without missing one. Alright. So, we should be able to get rid of that now. I'll just leave that there for right now. Now, can I connect this without it showing? I can't. I was hoping I'd be able to get away with that. To be able to go down just a little bit further. Do a quick save. I'm pretty sure I can get that down lower. I'm not going to push these down though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glitch onto that connector. Let me go to this side though. Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do another wire glitch, but I have a wire floating here. And connect it right into that. If I go under here, I should be able to see that wire. I can't. They did something strange with the wire connectors. Okay, that should be the wire I'm looking for. Let's see if I can just tie it right in down here. Okay. Now I'll just connect these. Yeah, I was hoping to get it below the floor. I can. I was worried that I would end up accidentally deleting one of these. I can't tell which one I'm connecting to. Okay, it's still gonna kind of show a little bit, but oh, that actually isn't connected. What the heck is that connected? Oh, it's connecting to the light block. I was wondering why it was like sideways. You know, I'm gonna end up putting in a wire hider anyway, so I don't know why I'm fussing with this. Okay. Alright, I want to see what I get for a measurement out of these. Because you don't need a lot of it. The oxygen is going to do most of your heavy work anyway, but did I just do a save? I don't want to end up with a bunch of free resources, so do a save and then I'll do a reload after I see how much these award you. Because you want to get at least like a couple hundred out of these, which should be plenty. 1, 2. Oh yeah, that'd be more than enough. Oh yeah, plenty. Do a quick reload. Yeah, it's pretty much you're just gonna take like 250 carbon and throw it in with you know, a little bit of oxygen and then do a lot of oxygen because you need to get 4,800 condensed carbon and 2,400 ionized cobalt. The cobalt you'll get at the other base. I think it's the hot planet. So You don't need a lot of it. It's all just, running it through the refiners, just making up pretty much a half a stack of condensed carbon and a quarter stack of ionized cobalt. That's all you need. Yeah, this is a small farm. It's only 16 of them, so it's not like there's a ton of resources to get. Let's get rid of this giant friggin' lantern, though. Okay. It's getting in the way now. Okay, yeah, and I'll be able to just walk right through to my teleporter. Alright. So, finish off the roof. And whenever I do my roofs, because when you're doing a circle, eventually you don't need as many roof pieces. I kind of will here. I was thinking I could just kind of skip this one. Can I see through that? No, I can't see through it. Okay, good. I always try to make sure my roof and door is always the first one I put in. Mainly because it looks kind of ridiculous if, you go in this type of configuration and, it just looks weird to me, so I always like to try to make sure my roof and my door are lined up. Just one of my little pet peeves, I guess. Alright, so in your center, I'm just gonna go, I don't have any glass, do I? Let me, make up a glass real quick. I can't remember how much it costs. Oh, it is 40 to 1. Alright. For some reason I thought it was like 30, 35 or something. And same deal, just make sure it's lined up with my door. And this I do like to bring up when I do my roofs. I'm gonna have to delete that real quick. Sometimes I think I typically raise this up. No, I don't. Yes, I do. I put it like in this little middle section. It all depends on what roof type you're using too. I'm not usually actually using that roof, so. Alright. So we got no weather effects or anything, so that's always a good sign. Let's see how full this is. Okay, so yeah, by the time I run over to the other bases, this stuff will pretty much be ready to hook up, to pick up rather. I don't think I'm missing anything in here. Oh, I need to run power to the teleporter. So do that real quick. And I always use a proximity switch because that way I'm not wasting power, and also this thing gets annoying if it's running constantly. So just stick a proximity switch in here. Oh, that will end up cutting through the base. stick it down here. And you can do that same little trick here. Go away, actually you can do it with like anything, but I always use this thing, the short wall. Switch that there. Switch that. And make my way back out here. Go over to that. And then just go straight up into my teleporter. Alright, so that's good to go. Interact with it real quick. Oh, and I need a save point. I'll just go pick that up. Actually, stick that over by the door. It's typically where I put it. Alright, so that's pretty much the base. Move my base computer up. Yeah, now that I'm doing the same thing, I'll come back and get rid of all these walls I used. Once I know everything is working correctly. Alright, and... oh, I got all that crap laying around out here too. I'll take a picture when I'm done. Alright, just get that uploaded. Let's make sure discovery services are active. Alright. I think I'll, what time is it? 3 o'clock. Okay, 15 minutes, so... actually, there's a few things I can get rid of. I'm not gonna need this. Or these. Yeah, when I come back, I'll run through the process of setting these up. Or, you know, getting everything refined and everything. And, get these silos squared away. Shouldn't take too long. We'll head over to the first base here. Where is it? My bases. Start off with living glass. Alright, so go make our living glass first. Now you will want to make sure you have some space in your inventory and you have everything unlocked for crafting. Just move some of this stuff down. Yeah, like if you go in here, you go to craft a stasis device, you do the crafting steps. You want to make sure you have all these recipes unlocked, which is pretty much almost everything, except for stuff that you need for fusion igniter. But it is pretty much a majority of all the crafting stuff, though. First thing I always do is grab all my resources. And what I do is I craft all my living glass here, just so I don't get things confused, because living glass and circuit boards both take phosphorus, so you can accidentally craft too many, you know, of one or the other. If you take all your plants and then do it later. It's actually really easy to do it too. Especially, you know, if you're not paying attention. So I always do them separately. I'll craft everything here, and then I'll go over to the next base. Alright, all these. Yeah, you're harvesting both biodomes at once, so it goes pretty quick. Alright, so that's everything I'm gonna need. So what I'm gonna do is go right in here. Let's craft my living glass. Where's living glass? For some reason I always have trouble finding living glass in here. Alright, so view crafting steps. And luckily, like, I think I can only make 80 of these, but because 80 is what you would need for 16, so you just check that. Okay, yep, like I can't craft anymore. So there's 80 there. So 16 of these. For some reason, the first one you craft, it only lets you craft one. So you're just going to go to the living glass and craft 16 of these. Alright, so those are done for now. There are your other two resources you just picked up. Alright, so that base is done. Now you're going to go over to stasis number 2, which is going to be circuit boards. Just repeat the same process over there. Yeah, what I tend to do is I always pick up my resources first, mainly so I don't forget them. So I have a habit of just crafting things and taking off and then having to go back and grab the resources. And cobalt, typically I like to have that on a lush planet, but in this system I wasn't able to. But you do have to get a little bit of cobalt for this. Just grab all your resources. And grab all your plants. So that's all that. Now just go in and craft your circuit boards. Circuit board. You crafting stuff, so you're just going to make 16 of each of these. And the same deal with the circuit board. I don't know why they just don't make it so you can craft everything in that one menu. Now that, because I already had a bunch of cobalt on me, it just goes into your regular stack. Shouldn't really matter. Alright, so that base is done. Now we'll go over to the third one. See, this is just something simple you can do each time you log in or whatever. Go do a quick run of this, and what takes time is the mixing part. So what you would do is you would run around and get all your things. I don't think I have enough nitrogen yet. Probably have a few more minutes left on that. Yeah, a couple minutes, so. What you do is go out, grab your radon, or your paraffinium, rather. And you're going to have two different things of oxygen. Just grab both of those. Of course, it's going to just throw it into your regular oxygen, so you'll most likely end up showing up with more than enough oxygen and carbon and stuff anyway. But these are here just in case you need them. And if you do visit this base, you're not going to be able to use the refiner, so you will have to take this stuff back to your base or your freighter or whatever to do the refining. But pretty much all you're going to do with these is take around, like 250 cobalt. Just put it in. The same thing with the oxygen. If I can find the oxygen, way down here. Yeah, about that much. Just set it going. Do that in the other refiner as well. Then you'll do the same thing with your carbon, right around 250, somewhere in that area. Same thing with oxygen. Just set that going. And what you're going to do is you're just going to keep looping it until both of these end up with, what you want total is going to be 2,400 ionized cobalt and 4,800 condensed carbon. Seeing that I've already got all that, I'm just going to stop these now because I don't need the extra. So, but that's all you would need for this. It takes a few loops to get everything if you don't have it already, but it goes pretty quick. Is this done yet? Alright, so we got our 8,000 nitrogen. Alright. Now that you have everything you need, just go in here. You want to make sure you have a good amount of space because you will need it. You're going to be crafting a lot of stuff here. So, gotta make a little bit of room. Gotta just pull some of this stuff down. Because luckily you don't see a lot of it in this screen, but you will see it when you get to the stasis screen. So, where is it? Stasis device, okay. Now you've already got this stuff built, your living glass and that. So what you're doing is you're crafting all this other stuff down here that's all like flashing. So you're just going to go through and build 16 of everything. Try not to go over, because if you do go over, then you could be in a pickle. So kind of keep track. You got 16, so you're going to do 16 of these. Alright, and just kind of make your way over. Alright, so 16 of these. And 16 of these. Alright, so that's done. You got your quantum processor. And all you do is kind of just keep making your way over. 16 of those. 16. And 16 of these. 16. 16. Alright, and then this is the last little branch. See, some of these things can be really easy to overdo it on because it is common stuff. Especially if you have a bunch of, like phosphorus and dioxide on you already. So these are the ones you kind of have to really look out for. So 16 of those. And your 16 iridescite. And finally, your 16 stasis devices. Of course, it kicks you out. So you just need to craft them in this screen. There you go. 16 of those, and you got a little bit extra of the minerals now, also. So that's what, 156 and 93, so that, couple hundred, 250 around, 250 million, something like that. So, not too bad. Alright, let me just do a quick save. Now I'm gonna go fix all these silos. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just get rid of that silo now. I won't need it. And I'm just gonna hook it right into that nitrogen that's up there. This will be the easy one. Actually, they're all pretty easy. Just connect that. Oh, that one's done. Oh, I forgot I had. Got some extra nitrogen now, though. Alright, delete this one. And hopefully I can tie right into that pipe without any issues. I don't like doing it this way. Okay, it looks like I lucked out. So, hook right into there. Try to make this look a little cleaner. Alright, so oxygen might be a pain because these are isolated silos, so I don't want their pipes to cross at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this one first, because this one's going to be a little further away, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring my pipe down here, and down here a little bit, and we'll find where my connection point was. You want to say at least, like a floor or a wall width apart on these, just to play it safe. And go delete this one. So here's the other oxygen. Yeah, you just don't want your pipes to be too close to other ones. So hopefully that should tie in. And I don't have a pipe there. I'm going to go to free placement, place that. See, some reason my pipe didn't render in on that side, so I'm hoping to get out here. Okay, there's that pipe. Okay. Yeah, you see how that pipe just rendered in for me? I don't know why, but the game does weird stuff. And it's not going to let me tie into that, so I'm going to have to run a whole new pipe for that. I could probably figure out a way around that, but I'd rather just do it right. So I just tie into that. Bring this over with me. I'm just gonna kind of stick it over here. And just, I have to keep an eye out, make sure I don't start crossing pipes. I should see my other pipe here at some point, so I'm just going to ignore it. Just stay over towards the right. Yeah, like I can see my old pipe now. Whoops, I want to terminate this one. Too long. Alright, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to actually place this up here. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take out that old pipe so I don't get these confused. Probably, I should have another piece of pipe down here too. Maybe not. I thought for sure there'd be another piece of pipe. Tie that one in. Oh yeah, that's right. My oxygen was only like 450 units. I thought it was like 600. Alright. Take a run in here, just make sure those are both connected. Okay, yep, 1250 is what it should have. Yep, looks good. Check all these, make sure everything's running. Sure nothing got broken anywhere. Alright, that all looks good. And why is this thing green? Because I made it green, I remember doing it now. Yeah, and the good thing is this thing, because I went so far away, these all respawned, so. Alright. Yeah, and I'll come back in a few days and remove all the walls and all that stuff. Let me toss down a wire hider. Can't remember where those things are. Right there. Stick this. Why don't they just stick it down here? Or up in here, if I can reach in there. Yeah, let me stick it in here. That'll work. Delete all this junk. Yeah, I have a lot of walls here. You can see them over in the distance. That was a long run. That was 600 units, 631. It was a long run because it's all up and down. It's a lot of just elevation changes. It was really annoying. Alright. Go get a good picture of the base now. Alright, and give it an upload. And just check my discovery services. Alright. So that base is done. What else is in this system? Is the dead planet here? Okay. So I think I'm gonna take a run over there. See if I can find a, I'm gonna need a hotspot there because definitely need a hotspot because I think there's 30 biodomes. Spin down there. I think it's this planet, so alright, good. I don't need anything else here. I'm just gonna use this for liquid explosive. Because that's a good farm that you can start up early on in the game. It's all plants, so. I wonder if I can find a abandoned building or something to use. There's probably not going to be any buildings here. There'll be buildings, but not ones that I actually want to use. Maybe some crash freighters or crash ships, though. Alright, let's just see what we have for sentinel activity. Limited, so it should be a nice mellow. Oh, we got a hotspot right away, so. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can find a better hotspot, actually. I don't want to be searching around too long for it, though. I'm not gonna build it tonight. I just want to see if I can get a location picked up. I swear they did something with electric hotspots. Like they nerfed their locations or something. At least in this system. It's been horrible. Almost like everything's spaced out further now. Okay. There is something over here. B class. That'll be a lot better though, because I need to get like, what, like 1700K out of this, so. I think I think it's 30 biodomes for it, so. Alright, so we have power. So I'm just going to toss down a computer. I might swing back here in the morning just to see if I can find a better, you know, an A class or an S class. That way I only need, you know, like 6 generators. Actually, let me see what I can pull out of here. See if I can build one, actually. Okay, yeah, I can build 73 of them, so. Okay, so I should be able to pull like 210. Let me. And, yeah, I need like 8 of them. I'm gonna just leave this here for now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna look for an A class tomorrow. I can get on in the morning for a bit. See what else I can hunt down. I should give this thing a name real quick too. LE temp. That way I can just teleport right to where I am now and start looking. There is something I do want to check while I'm here though. Space station. Because I renamed the system my freighter's in. I want to see if it's showing up in the teleporter. Because for some reason, it's just not showing, and I don't know why. I even have a base in the system, and it's not showing up. It shows up now. Oh, space stations. Nope, it's not showing up. Which is weird. Because I did go through and renamed it. I can see it from the galaxy map. I don't have to be in here to find it. See, like, I have all these systems here that I never visited. Of course, I had to go the wrong way. Alright, this is weird. I don't even see it in my list. Yeah, it's not even showing up in my list. It's strange because I can just teleport to my base. Actually, what I am gonna do, I'm gonna go to my my main base real quick. Go over here because I want to pick up the freighter tech things, whatever they call them, the frigate modules or whatever they're called. That way I can get some of that technology unlocked. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing a permadeath playthrough probably next week, if not over the weekend, something like that. Just need something new to work on. I still have a lot of stuff I want to do on this save, though. So, I think I have a storage container over here with, yep, my upgrades. So I don't want the bulkheads. What I want are the frigate modules. So let's just take those with me. Oh yeah, I gotta sell those stasis devices too. Alright, so jump in here. Actually, let's I can sell those stasis devices anytime. Let's just go to my ammonia base. Maybe it's because I had my freighters in this system that it's just not updating or something. It's weird. Well, maybe the name hasn't updated on the servers yet, too. Could be something like that. Yeah, because I haven't moved my freighter yet ever since I got it, so it might not be updating because of that, too. God only knows. Alright. Yeah. You can see it right there. I renamed the system. Of course, I screwed up my vortex part, but yeah, it's interfused black-blue. Weird. The game does weird things. Let's get up to my freighter real quick. Way back over there. Take a look at this freighter though, see if there's anything good over here. Alright, that is for sale. You notice this might be my S-Class. Chances are I probably won't find my S-Class on screen, so what I do is I just log in, just keep reloading my save for, you know, like a half hour or whatever, then I go do something else. I'm gonna be class. No thanks. I should actually check with some of these frigates too. I've just been ignoring them. Most of them are C-class, so... exploration, I think I could probably use another one of those. Yeah, I don't bother buying, like, the S-class ones, or... You know, I don't look for them, really, because they do level up over time, so... Okay, we got a trade. Pass on that one. Alright. Get over to our freighter. thought my freighter was closer to the space station. There it is. Head over there and get a couple things unlocked and send out a couple expeditions, I guess. I still find myself running up the steps all the time too with these things. So used to not having those elevators. Alright, versus upgrades. First thing, matter beam. The most important thing. Alright. So I'll get that unlocked. I'm not too worried about the hyperdrives right now. I do want to make sure I get a teleport room. I still got 13. Oh, these are only one. That's right. I don't need the scanner room right now. So with that. Get some of these building parts. I don't really use the stairs, so. Nutrition room. Okay, refiner room's already unlocked, okay. I hate it, you gotta wait for these names to go by. You know, I'm just gonna grab the scanner room. I know if I screw something up, I don't want to lose my scanner. Do the double room. Do the nutrition room. Yeah, tech room, that stuff doesn't matter. We'll do the exocraft room though. That way at least I can bring in exocrafts. Alright. And yeah, colors. I'm all set with buying all that junk. Okay, I don't really care about the scanner. So, well, get that. Alright. So yeah, it's really easy to go through this data. Alright, so let's see. Get rid of that. And what do I need for my teleporter? Amino chamber. I don't know if I have what I need for that. I wish they would put this stuff in alphabetical order or something. Let us sort through them a different way. There it is. Oh, I need a little bit of chlorine. Alright. That I'll get to eventually. Let me see. But I can just throw my storage in, I guess. Yeah, you have to go in every time and for the next one down. Oh, did I not put that down? Oh. Yeah, what's it gonna cost for the matter beam? That's what I wanted to check. Oh, there's 3 resonators. Let's craft those right now. Most useful thing on a freighter. That and that scanner. Super useful. Alright. Actually, I should have a little bit of chlorine in here. Yep, got just a little bit. I think I only needed 20. Oh, that was for the teleporter. Oh, the amino chamber, rather. Alright. Yeah, my freighters are usually pretty basic. I don't put a lot into them. I will throw in like some grow rooms and stuff, but I don't go too nuts on them. It's just something I don't really use all that much. At least I have a teleporter here now. I'll be able to get back and forth. Do a quick save. And actually look at my frigates. Okay, so support combat. Oh, I got more than I thought. Trade support. Okay, at least I got a okay makeup of them. Send out some of these guys. Let me see if I get that combat one. Alright, so we do have that. See if I can get some of these lower level ones leveled up. Start leveling them up anyway. Send out a bunch of them. Yeah, I always try to go like 1 star higher than what's posted. Oh, I didn't realize it was a second combat one. I don't have anybody there. Yeah, that's okay. I can miss out on one. The trade. Send in. Send to support. There's a chance this one of these might come back broken, but I'll take my chance. Discovery. Send. I'll just send all of them. And a balanced. send all them. I'm sure something will come back broken, but at least get a few of them out. Alright. And I think that's gonna kind of do it for me tonight. Check these, make sure they're all used up. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get on tomorrow morning and see if I can get a different freighter. That way I can start expanding, because I already have like 20 or something of the bulkheads. So, oh, I have a teleporter here I can use. Actually, let me just go dump off some of those stasis devices. I'm just gonna go to. Actually, I want to be in this system. See if it shows up in here. Yeah, I wonder if it's because I haven't left this system yet with my freighter. I wonder if that's what's causing it not to update. It's the only thing I can think of. I'm just gonna go to the space station, sell off my stuff, and call it a night, I think. Get out of here. Get over there. Yeah, that way I can try to see if I can get a new freighter to pop in tomorrow. Then I'll run down and see if I can get a better electric hotspot. Actually, I think I got some ships I need to sell too. I got like 2 or 3 ships. I think one of them might be actually an S-class. Got a bunch of ships. Oh god. Oh yeah, I just got that exotic too. At least I know what the system exotic is. Let's see what this ship is. It's an A-class. No, I don't want that thing. I'll have to sell off all this stuff. Oh, this was a crash. Yep. Crash ship. Okay, that, this A-class shuttle. I'm gonna want to grab that. And actually, yeah, this is that crash. You know what? I'm just gonna do an exchange on this because I'm not gonna get anything for that thing. I'll just exchange it for that. Alright, and bring in my other ship. That way I'm ready to go. Oh, actually sell off those stasis devices. See how much I actually get for them. Yeah, almost 256 million, so not too bad. Do that a few times a week and plenty of money. See, that's why it's not worth doing like 64 device farms anymore, because you can actually make a lot more off interceptors. It's a little more legwork, but stasis devices, it's passive and you can get a stack of them done in 10 minutes. So, alright guys, I'm gonna call it a night there. I appreciate everybody swinging in, and I will see you next time.